everyone, it's Nick and Ron with another edition of Ask Ron. How you doing today, Ron?
Man, I'm good. I'm good.
All right, we got a few questions here. Our first question is from Wayne in Texas. Wayne says, when buying a property, can I use a land trust as the entity to purchase, or do I have to move it into the trust after purchase?
You use the land trust as the entity to purchase. The seller deeds it directly into your land trust using the warranty deed to trustee. You can move it in afterwards, but it doesn't make any sense. Just do it all at one time.
Okay, another question from Wayne says, I am confused about how I can buy a house with owner finance and then sell with owner finance as well. I'm in Texas, so can't do a lease option long term. Wouldn't I have to pay off my seller when I transfer the deed to a new buyer?
All right. Well, first of all, you can do lease options in Texas. And no, you don't ever have to pay off an underlying loan when you're transferring from seller to buyer, no matter how many times you do it. When you're buying with owner financing, that means that the attorney is going to create a deed of trust from your land trust to the seller. The deed of trust is the lien that attaches the note against the house. Deed of trust has nothing to do with ownership. That's a warranty deed to trustee. Don't confuse the two. So when those are recorded, the seller has a lien on the property and you own the property. Now, when you're selling the property, if you want to buy it with owner financing, you can sell it with owner financing the same way. Your attorney will just do a wraparound, most likely. However, don't think you can't do lease options in Texas, because you can, which I just found out last year myself. And you want to deal with Scott Horn out of Dallas. Scott Horn, who can do deals anywhere in Texas. And I think he told me it's $750 to do a lease option for you. But you do have some rules. You can only option it for up to 6 months. You have to make sure that that notice of option expiring gets to them before the 6 month is over. And their option expires in 6 months, but they can still stay in the house as long as they want to. And you can still give them credit for that deposit they gave you if you choose to at a later date when they buy. So it doesn't mean they have to move out of the house. Scott Horn, don't try to do this on your own. Scott Horn knows it inside and out, and he's also an avid real estate investor as well. So it don't matter where you're at in Texas.
Okay, Simon from Virginia says, how do you adjust your offer in a market that has dropped 25% in less than 3 months?
Well, I'm not sure what the question is. Obviously, it's worth what it's worth. And at the time that I buy it, so my offer is going to be structured around that, not what it was worth sometime in the past. And yeah, properties are dropping, some places more than others. I just read an article where there's 5 cities where it dropped 26%, but I don't think Virginia was even named on there, so I'm sure there's more. Austin, Texas, by the way, was one of them, and Phoenix was another, and there's a couple in California. I don't remember the 5th one. But sure, I've been telling everybody that prices are going to come down for the whole time that they went up, and they always do. I mean, 41 years at this, whenever they go up, they're going to come down for a while, and they're going to go back up. But if you'll look back at any period of 10 years, you'll see that they're all worth a whole lot more at the end of 10 years than they were at the beginning, and I don't care how far back you go. So I won't worry about the prices coming down, especially if I don't really want to sell. I know that sounds strange, but I don't want to sell. I want to put a lease option tenant buyer in the house, collect the deposit, collect the money every month, get all the benefits of owning the property, and frankly, as soon as it sells, cash out, I kill the golden goose. So I'm not buying to quickly cash out. Therefore, if the price goes down, I don't care. I just wait it out till it goes back up, and I don't care then, because I hope I never sell the property. I bet you don't hear that much on the internet, do you? The longer you own a house, the more money you'll make. You write that down. You'll see.
All right, and I think you might have answered this question by text, but I think it might benefit some other people too. Larry from Indiana says, I just went over the personal property trust part of your Structuring Your Empire course, and I have a question. When we get an option deposit, we have been putting it into a business money market account to draw interest and show liquidity. And we hold it there until we need to have more put into our business checking. Since it is our LLC money market account, it sounds like it is in jeopardy. Is that true?
No. If your LLC owns the money, the only way it would be in jeopardy is if that LLC went on public record as the owner of a property, or somehow whether got sued. There's no reason for your LLC to get sued. All it owns is a money market account, so yeah, leave it alone. It's fine right where it is. And it don't make any difference what bank account the money's in. It's where you report it. It's what tax return you put it on. All you need to worry about. The IRS could care less what bank it's in, or whether they call it a money market or a mutual fund or whatever. it's still your money and you get to report it as an asset.
Okay, so I think that answers his next part of the question. If we put it into a personal property trust, would we still be able to use it as assets to show liquidity for the business?
Yes, but there's no need to do that. It's already in an LLC, just leave it alone.
All right, and lastly, is there another option to protect this account but still show it as assets for our LLC? So
Answer that question. You don't need another option.
All right, well, that's all for this week, Ron.
Okay, guys, get out there and get to work. See you next week.
All right, hey, don't you have an event coming up that, what did you come up with, 32?
I don't know, Nick, do I? Yeah. March the 15th and the 16th, I'm going to do a 2-day event called 32 Fatal Mistakes Real Estate Investors Make and How Anyone can cost you everything. It's free, so tell them how to sign up, Nick.
I'll click on the link right below this video.
Okay, all right, so sign up, it's free. By the way, we're not going to start real early in the morning. We're going to start, I tell you right now, I don't know if it's going to be 10 a.m. or 11 a.m., but it'll be one of them. And we're not, maybe 5, 6 in the afternoon. So you'll be notified prior to that. But you got to get registered right now because we can only hold 1,000 people and we're at 962 as of this morning, last time I looked. So get down there and do it right now while you're thinking about it. I'm telling you, I'm going to be telling you about stuff you never heard anywhere else, anywhere on the internet for sure. And with my 41-year career, you're going to, a lot of mistakes that I made over the past, I hope I can keep you from making. So go sign up. See you next week.